Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a review of Ghost Change Series 11, Kamen Rider Ghost Grateful Damashii. I believe he has Damashii at the end? I always get confused because there was that time I kept calling it Flame Dragon Style and that wasn't right. But that's Wizard. Anyway, as per usual, we'll check out the box first. Don't know why I said use, apologize for that. But nothing too spectacular here. There's a pretty cool shot of Grateful right here. Obviously this is where the toy was. Another pretty cool like stock photo shot of him at the top. On the side here it sort of shows what the toy, well, I guess what the toy looks like, which is right. I was going to say how the toy works, but what it looks like came out. And then another shot of the toy here. On the back, yet again, it shows you how it works. And then it shows you basically an advertisement for the rest of the Ghost Change series. And it shows that you can put other Ghost Change thingies on here. And so you probably noticed from the box and from this is just Ore Damashii. Why is that? Okay, because this is his gimmick. Is that you flip basically all his pieces around and you sort of hide his little armor pieces, and you can put on this jacket and this helmet piece to make him Ore Damashii to sort of, I guess, semi-mimic transformation things, which I guess is neat. I don't think it's the best idea in the world, but it's not exactly zero fun, so I guess I could see kids having fun with it. And I guess I at least respect that they did something with it, because they could have very easily pulled like a Beast Hyper and just given us a figure of Grateful Damashii, which wouldn't have been terrible, because I'm just going to say right now, even though we're not to it yet, that when he's in Grateful mode, he looks pretty solid. But yeah, I'm glad they at least tried to do something. But that's what you get here. You flip all his pieces around so he looks like a pseudo Ghost Change Ore. Now the sort of cool thing about this is I don't know if this is exactly their intention. I mean, obviously, it was their intention that you can do this, but I'm going to go ahead and take this stuff off here. And just set him aside. And I have Ghost Change 01 right here. And you can put this on this guy, or any of the other figures, like, you know, Spectre or Necrom, stuff like that. But yeah, so obviously he doesn't have a hood. So you can put this on and you have Hoodless Ghost. Like I said, obviously this was their intention to be able to do that, but I'm just wondering if they did this because you can't do this with like the original Ghost. Like with Necrom, they fixed it so you could put his hood down, which is funny because Ghost was like the one that started all that, and you could never do that with his, so maybe that was part of the reason. Regardless, it's cool to be able to display him without his hood. I actually really dig that they did that. It's neat. So yeah, like obviously, like I said, third repeat of the saying this, but I don't know if it was their intention to be able to quote unquote fix that for those who got it, but it's a neat bonus regardless, and that's actually probably my favorite part about the inclusion of this gimmick, is that now I can display him without his hood up, especially since the hoods look really giant compared to what they are in the show. But anyway, so for this, it's very, very simple. I'm just going to go ahead, flip these up, and you can do this either way. You can flip his belt around if you want, but I just flip the dude around so that he's facing this way. And then you got his golden pieces right here. Just line it up so that he can bend his arms correctly. I didn't really do that before. But so then you have the gold here and the armor plating on the side, all that stuff. Just keep spinning until you get it right. That sounds like a really good life motto. Not really. Don't even listen to me about life mottos. Okay, so wait. Just do it. Okay, there you go. And then this is going to fold up here. Boom. You have Grateful's chest armor and the head armor. And then the legs are pretty much done. All you really have to do is make it so that his knees will bend and you have the proper armor up in front and everything like that. So let's go ahead and do that. Basically the same concept here. Knees will bend like knees. Fold those little feet around, and then don't forget these pieces either. And there you have Grateful. Now, like I said, he actually looks pretty solid. Like, just looking at him, is he figure arts quality? Is he absolutely the most amazing representation in a 5/6 inch scale? No, but he's pretty solid. The paint on him all looks good. The black and gold actually contrasts off each other really well. The head sculpt, I do that because it's kind of weird, looks good. Like the compound behind it looks good and the color on it looks good. You do have like no movement because of the fact that this slides on like a helmet, which is kind of a bummer. But still, like, I guess what I'm saying is, like, for what it is, considering the way it transforms, it could look way more like cumbersome and weird, and it doesn't look as cumbersome as you'd expect for making it more of like a quote-unquote transformable toy. So that's kind of cool. And all the symbols all around him are represented really well. They look good. It's just neat to see them all up close on the toy. The Ghost Driver G looks good as well. Got them down here. Himiko, I believe, is that Houdini? I'm not sure. I might have gotten mixed up. Maybe it's not Houdini. Regardless. But you got all these down here. Sanzo, Ryoma, Robin Hood. So yeah, and everything, all the other articulation works in terms of his arms and legs and stuff. The pretty typical fair in and out, swiveling. You do have a little bit of hindrance because of the armor. And the bending joint here. You got the two separate finger joints like the old Sochaku Henshins. The leg joints all work the same. So you basically have the same articulation with some slight hindrances here and here, but the main thing comes in the form of the head. But other than that, yeah, I feel like the way I was talking about this, I was more excited than I should be. And this really isn't an amazing figure. I'm not going to say this is a must-have for your Ghost collection. I'm not going to say it's the best Ghost change figure. Honestly, it's a pretty easy pass in general, since it doesn't really behave as much like the other ones. But what I will say is, considering what they decided to do with it, it ended up looking pretty solid. And also, I appreciate the fact that they tried to do something with it instead of just making it a figure like Beast Hyper. And I think the thing I appreciate most is being able to do that regular Ghost form. But honestly, unless you're really looking for a semi-decent representation of Grateful right away, I would wait for the figure, depending on whether or not it ends up being exclusive. But yeah, overall, just a decent figure with some cool ideas, but not a must-have. But anyway, until next time, make sure you check out the Crazy Podcast at writersrangerambles.com. And of course, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. Until next time, it's Awesome Writer, signing out.